The 6x6 Ranger is almost complete. We have built almost all the custom parts that we need, and now it is time for a little paint.
Yeah, we set up a little painter booth. It fell down the first couple of times we did it, but there's enough staples holding it in now. I think it should be good, and it's a beautiful day, so it's a perfect day to get some paint laid down.
I like the zip-tied, the whips, the dune whips. Zip-tied dune whips holding it up. That's good.
Yep, it's the only thing I could find that was light enough to stretch that distance, so.
Nice.
Dude, you were getting swindled.
Dude, there was like a 20-mile-per-hour gust, and I heard it coming. I was like, oh no! I ran over here, and the whole fort just lifted off the ground. So, yeah, to say the least, it's like painted in a war zone out here. So, that's all degreased and ready to be painted, but I'm kind of worried that the fort is gonna collapse on me while I'm painting, and that would suck so bad. So, I'm doing some reinforcements, and hopefully it works.
You gotta make sure that your tent doesn't fall down on you. And so I'm just kind of being aware of that. And then we're just doing primer, and then we've got some 2K clear and some Ford red, and we're gonna see how this works out.
My favorite step, it's a color step. And it looks like we're gonna get it in right before the rain. Oh no! We're gonna mix up and then do a test shot and then spray it on there. Mmm, yummy. That smells good.
That's very red.
Yeah, that is super red. Holy cow. That is intense.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Hopefully that tent doesn't fall out. I always feel like a scientist when I'm doing this. Oh no!
This is bad timing.
How? It was like so sunny just like 3 seconds ago. I hope it doesn't pour.
You've been prepping all day and now it's just gonna dump on you. You know what's funny? This is the most attention we've ever put into painting something. And it's in a fort, in the rain, in the backyard. So we have this little gap here. It was so nice, we did not think it was gonna rain.
I know, it was so sunny. It was like 60 degrees just a second ago.
And you have to do the clear coat now, right?
Yeah, I have to, or it's gonna like separate.
Your hair has like a tint of red. You're so punk rock.
No, that is never coming out. Oh no.
Oh geez, that's not good.
Oh no.
All right, let's find something. The snow is melting, it's officially spring, and that is the best time to have waterproof shoes, which is why this video is sponsored by Vessi. Now, I've been wearing these shoes all winter, and they look super clean, and it's not like other shoes where they're just sprayed with a waterproof coating. The actual material is waterproof. So to show you that, I'm gonna take the mini bike through this giant puddle, and we're just gonna film the water and mud repelling off these sneakers. Look at that. It just comes off instantly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Here's Ethan's brand new pair of Vessis. Just so waterproof, I'll push them all the way under. And then they just float like a boat. Vessis are made with Dymatex, which is a dual knit material that can keep you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. These are super lightweight, super comfortable, and if you want to check them out, you can get $25 off each pair of adult shoes using our link in the description and code GHPC. Now let's get back to building.
Oh no!
This is a swindled situation.
Oh no, it's just raining harder!
It's swindling hard, dude.
Dude, it was so nice.
I feel a little bit of rain breaching the tent, but I think we can do it.
I think it turned out pretty good for the fact that there was a detrimental rainstorm that hit like halfway through. There's like 2 raindrops, but I think they'll wet sand out. I don't know. Just gonna have to let the paint dry until tomorrow and see, but. So the hood might very well be destroyed because there was ice all over the ground. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking we might not be very lucky, but I don't know. It looks like it might be like, there might be frost damage on the paint, but I guess we'll just have to wait to see until it warms up because that clear coat is like still wet. It smells yummy. Yeah. I think this is gonna be a respray.
You've got a base coat.
Yeah. Nice one. Yeah.
And also next time, let's take the time to set up a proper, like, this is the problem with me being in the zone, building stuff in the shop, well, really anybody else is doing anything else, is that I'm the only one here that knows all like 8 million items that are laying around the property. We had an easy up. But because I was just building stuff in the shop and I was like, yeah, sure, set up a tent with plastic, makes sense. I didn't think about it because I wasn't involved in the project. But yeah, this will make things a lot easier. All right, now we can throw the tarp on. This is how we learn. Jordan gets so mad when
Today, it's a new day. It's a lot sunnier, it's a lot warmer. We're starting earlier, and as you can see, we've got a better setup. First coat's done. It's going so much better than the last time we were painting. It's insane. So yeah, these are turning out a lot better, and I think we're just gonna slide through with just enough paint. Like, no bugs, no rain. The wind's picking up a little bit, but we're fine. We're good.
Everything is gonna be alright.
I think it's the front grille, so that will complete the front end of the truck.
Is it a shiny grill?
Oh, it's gray.
Yeah, what did you think it was gonna be?
I thought it was gonna be black. This is like primer gray.
Oh, what?
Oh no!
Oh no!
What is this?
I guess we'll paint it black.
I guess so.
Everything is gonna be alright.
turn the Ranger around so that I can work on the side of the shop that's warm and well lit. Basically, this thing has a body lift on it, the Ranger. So to make the bumper fit up to everything else, I'm gonna have to change the mounting holes on the bumper. And then also I have to cut these off to line up with the bigger tires and the wider fenders.
For lunch.
Fuck that, this one get the daddy down. So just a few little welds on those plates and it's way more rigid, but I think we need new shocks. I'm doing a little bit of CAD cardboard for a little gusset plate here. I chopped all of this off back at a nice slope so it's not visible below the bumper. And then I got my cardboard CAD here. Lay it out. I have a new idea here for holding it still. Just slap a couple of beefy magnets on top of it. The problem with magnets in a metal fab shop, they just collect everything.
Yeah.
Bolts, nuts, tools. All right, let's see. Put the
What does the THC do?
torch height control. Isn't that hilarious? It's next update.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
like the hardware's there, it's just software.
Oh, okay.
It measures the current of the arc of the plasma and uses that to determine how high off the metal it needs to be.
Whoa.
So it actually like,
A good robot.
yup.
R2D2's a pretty good boy.
Not bad for a real quick race. A few minutes later, and we got ourselves some plates. Gonna weld them on and then the bumper back on, see how it looks.
Finishing touches?
Oh yeah, bolt it back on. It looks so much better with the little ends chopped off and the and these things trimmed. These pieces over here line up perfectly. It's looking fresh. Edwin showed up with a whole stack of beautiful wheels and tires. And it's also snowing, so look at these bad boys. Got some sweet Mamba M19 wheels with 35 by 12.5 inch Falcon Wild Peaks all the way around.
2-inch wheel spacers? That should
Yeah.
about do it.
We'll probably need those on the rear just to clear the hub thingies on this. This is gonna look so fresh. These are disturbing.
Yeah?
Yeah, you hear how hard that was dacking? Somebody cross-threaded every single one of these things. I'll just re-tap them all before I put it back on because the last thing we need is for these things to be fully stripped, which they already basically are. So I got really tired of re-tapping all of these by hand. So I came up with a plan. I found a socket, which happens to be 15/16 that fits very snugly in. And it's got this little slot. So I took a spare Allen wrench and I ground it down just because it's just a convenient piece of thing. Ground it down till it fits into there. I'm gonna tap it in. And then I'll grind it off and see if that's strong enough. seems to be working, but I don't like it being dacked. This is absolutely going to work. Look at that. So if you ever find yourself having to retap half 20 threads on a wheel where you can't spin around the thingy, a 12-point 15/16 socket fits into a Harbor Freight tap.
Which part broke?
Drive shaft.
Oh, shoot.
Got ourselves a sled creeper. We can get this boot off. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Aha, there we go. Yeah, now it's just that stub. That won't hit anything if it spins around, so we're good there. So, luckily we have a spare diff for the rear because that just sheared right off. But, I mean, hey, it's survived who knows how many years of abuse, and plenty of abuse when we tried to do the lap time around the track in the snow, so maybe something we'll have to beef up in the future, but for now we can just replace that part from the spare diff and be on our merry way. Well, that could have been worse, I guess. Conveniently, the Ranger came with a spare differential. If you look at it closely, like, I have a feeling that had been breaking for a while. Like, it kind of looks like the edges of it had been, like, you know, bashing into each other before it fully sheared. Time to get some redemption on those donuts. And hey, the sun came out, so even better. Got the diff fixed, or the axle fixed, whatever. I'm gonna try not to break it again, so we'll see how that goes. Dude, this thing does some mean donuts.
Yeah, dude, that looked
fun.
That looked awesome.
Yeah, I did too many though. I'm dizzy now. So it's about time to paint the bumper on the Ranger, and we've named it, thanks to a fan suggestion, the Stranger Ranger, because it's the strangest Ranger there's been. So I'm gonna cut out some little logos to put on the front bumper that says Stranger Ranger. our videos since like the very, very beginning, you'll remember that there's a signal booster in the top of this tree so that we can have any cell service or internet here at all. And I just got an upgrade. I've got a directional antenna now that's supposed to help, and a whole new signal booster. So there's a wind advisory today, which means it's a perfect time to go up the tree and put in the antenna. It is a windy dindy up here. Here's the old one, omnidirectional antenna, supposedly not as good. But it was attached to this little piece of wood here because when we put it up here, this tree trunk wasn't here yet because the top of this tree blew out in a windstorm in 2014. Put this thing right around the trunk of the tree. I'll have to come check on it in a couple of years, but this is where I watched the forest fires from last summer anyway, so it's not like I don't come up here ever. And now we can put this one on the shop, so we can have signal in the shop too, because the booster doesn't really reach out there. So I'm going to mount up this switch plate so that we can wire in the light bar and various other things. I've had an idea here because this thing has an ashtray and a cigarette lighter, which none of us are ever going to use that. What I'm going to do is pull this panel out that they mount onto and make a little plate. This is a pretty good location for it too. So we're in the house doing some CAD because the shop is still full of paint fumes, so why not be in the house? Just took a picture of this plate and then imported it as a canvas for the sketch so I could get like the angles and edges. I still used calipers to figure out the actual dimensions. Maybe a little overkill, but you know, it's gonna look something like that. Also, bonus of doing this in the cigarette lighter location, there's already 12 volt and ground right there for the cigarette lighter, which draws a ton of amps, so it'll be perfect for running the switch panel. Look at that. I'll just bend it somewhere below that. Okay. My plan has worked. It's not a very nefarious plan, but so I picked a random symbol here and I picked the water faucet one because I thought it was funny. So you turn on the water faucet, which turns on power to everything else, and then you can turn on the light bar. I also just realized that this has a great side feature of when we have a whole bunch of lights on here, if you have them all on and you're like, say on a trail or on the road or whatever, and you had all your super bright lights on and you were blinding somebody, rather than having to go flip, 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 flip and turn them all off, like all of those are on, you just go kill the lights. One switch. I kind of like it. Driving all the way. I mean, it'd be a long drive, but it'd be fun in this thing. I'd drive this thing to New York. Time to go load it up!